All right, guys, welcome back to the Hunt G4 channel. Today, we're going to be looking at the new STAN Solex Clicker. So if you're familiar with STAN, the release brand, last year they came out with the handheld version of the clicker. And kind of like if you're familiar with a hinge, where you roll to a certain point and it clicks and that tells you there's only X amount of travel left before it fires, they made a thumb button, so an actual trigger activated release where you start depressing it, it will click, and then you can set the amount of tension that it takes to fire after that click. It was a great release, huge success. I loved it. People's complaint with any handheld when they're hunting is they don't know, it's not on their persons all the time. So a lot of people still like to hunt with an index style. As you're probably familiar with, you may have experienced this yourself or know a lot of people that do. People tend to punch the trigger harder with an index style than a handheld. This is an index that has the same clicker technology as the handheld. And what I mean by that is I cock the release, I come back, I can set the amount of travel or tension it takes, and then there's a slight click, and then I just keep squeezing and it fires. And you may be thinking, well, what's the difference between, like, why not just squeeze all the way through till it fires? Well, it's a lot easier said than done. And a lot of times under pressure situations, people tend to hang up on their shot. With this, you know that it's not gonna fire when it clicks. So you just squeeze until it clicks. Now you know, okay, it's about to go. And then you can really start executing your shot. So it keeps you engaged in the release process, which is really the hardest part of a controlled shot process. It's got a really good no travel trigger on it. So after it hits the click, you will not feel any movement. You can set it so that it will not click. You can set the set screw here so that there is no click and it will just fire as a normal release. But I like the click feature. Like I said, especially if you're someone who's been struggling with target panic or kind of punching the trigger, this is a really good thing to keep you engaged in focusing on your release hand. So the other thing is a lot of people say like, oh, you know, that click is going to scare an animal or something. I mean, it's audible, but it's so slight. I mean, I don't know if you can even hear that. Do it when I'm not talking. I don't know if that's enough to scare an animal. I highly doubt it. I think there's enough other noises that they're used to hearing that would sound like that to where they're not even gonna bat an eye. This is the hard connection here. They do make it in a nylon strap as well. The mechanism, like the head, is gonna be the same on both. It's just how it connects to the strap. They do have a pretty comfortable strap. You could probably, I haven't actually tried it, but you could probably figure out how to hook this up to an aftermarket strap like a boa or something if you wanted to. But it's a, just pretty standard leather buckle strap on this. So definitely a cool product. I think we've already had a bunch of interest in them. They're relatively affordable too. I think we sell them for $119 or $120, which, if you're looking at high-end releases, a lot of them are $150 plus. So you get a lot of bang for the buck. Well made in the US. STAN's a great company. They got a great warranty if anything ever goes wrong, which is very rare, but like anything that, stuff happens. And yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of playing with this. If you're familiar with like Joel Turner and Bodie Turner, the Shot IQ, they helped develop the clicker release. And I was listening to a podcast with Bodie actually, and he said that he would actually shoot a tournament with this. And I mean, he's like literally world class, probably one of the best pros out there right now. So it's extremely consistent, well made. I think it's going to be a popular release for people either looking to combat or work on their shot execution, or maybe your shot execution is good and you're just trying to get it to that next level. I think this release is going to be the ticket for that. So come down and check one out here at G4 if you're in the area. If not, if you're out of state, go down to your local dealer. They should have these by now. And yeah, play around with it. It's really cool. You can set the distance, like I said, like how much pressure it takes to click and then how much pressure it takes to fire after the click. So 2 independent sears in there. So anyway, thanks for watching today. Remember, hunt hard, hunt safe, be kind. We'll see you next time.